video for you. Today I am making another cleaning video. I am totally addicted to watching cleaning videos. They are super motivating to me, and I hope that this one will motivate you to get your house all clean. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make mommy and lifestyle videos, and I have several chronic illnesses. So I do all of this that a normal mom does, but I also have lots of chronic pain and chronic fatigue, and just a lot of extra challenges that make life a little bit harder. So if you have a chronic illness, or maybe you're just a mother and you would like to follow along on my journey, make sure you subscribe because I have lots of fun videos coming up. So as you can see, I am cutting up a lot of boxes because I buy a lot from Amazon, but I have been doing better. Most of it is for my daughter, of course, diapers and all that kind of stuff, but I love Amazon Prime, so we ended up getting rid of Amazon Prime, so hopefully I won't be buying so much from there. The Rock and Play got recalled. These are the parts from my Rock and Play that, yes, my daughter slept in the first 5 months of her life, so judge me if you want, but we are sending them to get the recall. So I put them in the hallway so I wouldn't forget to send them, and I just kept forgetting, and then they were bugging me sitting in the hall. So I finally have sent them, but it just has taken me a little bit of time. So does anyone else get distracted when they're cleaning and start cleaning something else out of nowhere? Because that's exactly what happened here. I was just gonna sweep the floor and move the Rock and Play stuff, but instead I noticed a little dust on the baseboards, and so I just started cleaning, and I ended up doing the whole hallway, and I actually cut out a few parts because I got so distracted I didn't even notice where my camera was, and you couldn't even see me in it. So yeah, basically just cleaned all of the doors and everything in that area. About how I clean with having chronic illness and chronic fatigue and chronic pain. And I talked a little bit in my last video about something called the minimum baseline, and I'm actually going to do a whole video on how I use this concept to help me keep my house clean, but also just to keep any commitments that I make to myself. And so I will do a video pretty soon about that, but for now I just wanted to tell you a few tips when you have chronic pain and how to keep your house clean. So I will, like I said, do a whole video on the minimum baseline, but basically that is the minimum amount of work you do if you are having a horrible, terrible day and say someone is coming over. That's kind of how I think about my minimum baseline, which for me is make the bed, just pick up the living room a little bit, pick up any trash that's on the ground, put anything away that needs to be put away, and then wipe down the countertop and move all the dishes into the sink. And I do that if I am feeling terrible. It really takes me like 3 minutes total to do all of that, and so I try to do that every single day, even if I'm feeling terrible. Next thing that I would recommend doing is a 15-minute power clean. So this could be after lunch, after dinner. It could just be randomly when you're having a little moment of feeling good. Doing a 15-minute power clean is so helpful. I sometimes will do a power clean, which means I just set my timer for 15 minutes and I clean as much as I can, as fast as I can. And often if I start doing that, I will end up just keep going and I'll clean even longer than 15 minutes, but that's not the point. Even if you just do the 15 minutes, that is really helpful, and you can get so much done in 15 minutes, especially if you set a timer. If for some reason, at least for me, helps me to work even faster. And so I'll just do a 15-minute quick power clean. Sometimes it will turn into an hour, but even just that little bit of a power clean helps me a lot. So if you notice all the grocery bags that I kind of end up later just moving over to the table, and that is because I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I am a leader for the Activity Day Girls, which is the girls from ages 7 to 11 in our church, and we do an activity a couple times a month, and we had a big party, and so I had a bunch of stuff for that party that night. We were doing like garlic bread and some pasta and stuff, so I have tons of garlic bread and things like that I normally don't eat, but I have to just kind of move them around because I needed to take them the night that I was cleaning this. My next tip is to ask for help, and if you have older kids, definitely have them help you with chores. It will teach them responsibility as well as help you get done the things that need to get done in the day. But if you don't, like me, I just have an 8-month-old daughter who just makes lots of messes, not good at cleaning yet, but I don't blame her. So instead I have my husband help me, and maybe I will ask him if he will do a 15-minute power clean with me, and we get double done, and sometimes we can get the whole house cleaned really fast if we work together. I personally love cleaning, and so I try to do it on my own, but that doesn't always happen. So if I'm having a stressful day or I'm feeling really sick, then I will have my husband help me, and we will get it done even faster. So my next tip for my chronic illness moms, as well as any other moms or really anyone out there who wants to get a nice big cleaning job done, and that is to treat your big cleaning day as your exercise for the day. So for me, I feel a lot better when I get daily exercise. I do best when I'm working out my muscles, not just like going on a walk or something. That does help a little bit, but not enough because I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which causes problems when I stand and my blood doesn't circulate right. So like just standing and doing the dishes is kind of hard for me. So I will instead treat it like it's my workout for the day. So maybe I will do a dish and then I'll do like 10 squats, or I'll do something and then do some push-ups or something like that. Or even just telling myself this is my workout for the day, and then I work extra hard while I'm cleaning, and I might, get down and clean the baseboards and things like that more often, because I am treating it like it's my exercise for the day rather than like it's just a chore that I have to get done. This particular day, I actually felt really good, and so I was able to get a lot done. But I don't want this video to fool you into thinking that I am always one to do a huge cleaning, a couple times a week. I would love that because I really love cleaning. I really do. It's a hobby of mine, if that's weird to say. But I can't do that with my chronic fatigue and my chronic pain, because especially, standing and doing dishes, kind of like I said before, it's really hard for me. And so I do big cleaning days when I feel really good, and I go all in, and I get everything done that I can as fast as I can, and I try to use the time that I have feeling good to get my cleaning done, and I just use that as my hobby because I personally love it. So I like to save the stuff that's really quiet for when my daughter is sleeping, so things like sweeping. But I didn't think about these big chairs. So these bar stool chairs are super loud and obnoxious, and they are creaky, and they don't really sit straight, and they're really heavy. But we got them for free at a yard sale thing, and before we got these, we were using the $12 IKEA ones. And during this video, my dad came over and he was going to take a trip to the dump. So I gave him my chairs and I went and grabbed our old IKEA ones and I brought them back into the kitchen, and they're so much better. They're lighter and easier to move. They're also less creaky and they're more comfortable to sit on, funny enough. And so we are just back to the good old trusty IKEA chairs. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I sure hope it gave you some motivation to clean your house. If it did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day.